I think I knew I was gay by the time I was 11. I typically only watched movies with the best-looking actors. DiCaprio, Bale, Affleck, Damon, actors like that. And I'd rewatch them all the time, so often that I lost myself in their handsome and well-constructed faces rather than being interested in the plot. I never told my parents, and I don't think my mother knew at all that I was gay. Probably had no clue. But my father, I think he found out relatively quickly. I was 14 when it happened. My mother went away on a trip to Colorado for her job selling carpet. She was putting it in some stadium in downtown Denver. So I was alone with my father for an entire weekend. I had no siblings or pets, so it was pretty lonely. My father didn't spend much time at the house, deciding that the bar was a better place for him. Saturday went by relatively boring. I spent the entirety of my day on Netflix and YouTube. Sunday is when it happened. My father came back around noon, completely hammered. I wasn't surprised in the least. He often got wasted. What was different is that he stared at me for around a minute or two before licking his lips. Now I got a little nervous. "Hey, what's up?" He didn't say anything but walked slowly up to me. He then grabbed me at the neck with his left hand and used his right to pop all the buttons off on my button-down shirt. He then used it to take off my pants. Then I began to process what was happening, but I couldn't utter a single word thanks to his left hand. When he finally managed to take off my underwear, which was difficult thanks to my struggling, he finally released his grip on my throat. "Dad, what are you doing?" "Shut the fuck up," was his response. He flipped me around, so my ass was facing him. There's not much I could do as he was much stronger than me. Then I heard the buckle. No way this was happening to me. Not by my own father. He stuck his cock in my asshole and began thrusting. I could smell the alcohol on his breath. It reeked. I couldn't do much, so I grabbed onto the cushion I was being fucked on as hard as I could. Over and over and over and over and over and over. Repeatedly, it felt like hours had passed before he began to quicken his thrusting. He breaths became heavier as he began to climax. It hurt so much, but I couldn't do anything at all. I bit down on the pillow by my face so my screams couldn't be heard. Then he came in me. My asshole leaked with my dad's cum as I heard him get off of me. I turned around and noticed how good-looking he was. His shadow of a beard made him look extremely attractive, something I had never noticed before. So I did the complete unexpected. I kissed him. He wasn't anticipating my weight being thrown on him suddenly, so he fell to the ground. His head hit the wood floor hard, and I think he was knocked out. Having no sympathy for him, I continued my plans. His pants were still down, so I slid them completely off. I then took his limp dick and sucked on it. I gave my own father a blowjob. Realizing that he wasn't going to come again, I flipped him over. I stuck my own dick inside me dad's ass and rode him. Slap, 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 slap was the sound I heard as my thighs slapped against his ass as I thrusted myself inside him. I didn't last nearly as long as my dad, though. It was over 3 minutes, tops. But I wasn't unconscious, so I put my dick inside his mouth and fucked his mouth. I came again, and I was finally done.